Hi, welcome to this forecast for Australia. Let's take a look at some storms that might happen. So first we have now it's already like Wednesday morning there because this is European time. So it shows that cold front approaching there, and it will bring more rain in Tasmania by Wednesday there, and it will start some storms in Victoria there like Wednesday afternoon. Wednesday the 11th in the afternoon. So it shows a lot of storms possible in Victoria. Some could be severe with some damaging wind gusts and lightning there because of this cold front. So they might have some severe weather warnings for this tomorrow, but nothing crazy. Just some storms there. Be aware, some might be strong to severe, and then we'll start getting this system just off the coast there and bringing some storms in New South Wales. Shows mainly some heavy rain there because of that cyclone starting to spin, but there might be some storms in New South Wales as well, so be aware there. Wednesday through Thursday, especially Thursday afternoon, shows a lot of storms there into Thursday night, and southern Queensland as well. So like might have some heavy rain parts of southern Queensland through Thursday, so be aware there. Then the system still brings some rain there by Friday, but leaves the coast. But might leave some lingering showers around the east coast later. But in the west, we now have today, Wednesday, some showers across Western Australia, and shows this evening some storms possible in parts of Western Australia. So just be aware, a storm or two there. Some might be strong and have some rain, and shows that I already showed you, and those showers continue into the Northern Territory in some other areas, but nothing crazy. Just be aware of the storms there in the south, in Victoria and New South Wales, and then in the Western Territories. And then later, like next week, nothing big, showing just next Monday some storms in the Northern Territories and South Australia, showing like bigger there, like Tuesday the 17th, so some bigger storms for the Northern Territory and going north there, then dissipating. But we might have a front in Queensland by Thursday the 19th, and yes, just things to monitor there. But meanwhile, today, like Wednesday and Thursday, today and tomorrow, shows like the possibility of some gusty winds for Victoria, especially Western Australia, some gusty winds this afternoon. And let's see about some 80 kilometers per hour or more. And then, but like not a whole day, like occasionally. And shows maybe some gusty winds in South Australia. Then this system near the coast by Thursday, some gusty winds near the coast of Queensland and New South Wales, especially like some spots on the coast shows like more than 70 kilometer per hour gusts. So be aware, Friday this keeps going there, still some gusty winds in southern Queensland and New South Wales by Friday. And let's see, even shows like Saturday into Sunday some more gusty winds throughout the territory in other areas, especially like next Monday the 16th, showing more stronger winds in the Coral Sea, some more gusty winds in Western Australia in some areas. But later, around the 18th, we might have some other cyclones in the Southern Ocean there, bringing some more very strong winds in Tasmania by the 18th and 19th there into South Australia as well. So that's still 1 or 2 weeks out, but we better keep monitoring that. And the rainfall accumulation next 5 days shows more in Tasmania from those fronts, the storms in Victoria, and more in Queensland, New South Wales there, and those showers and a storm or two in Western Australia. Next 10 days already shows more across Tasmania, especially from those cyclones in the 18th, and it's showing a lot on the Northern Territory too. Next 10 days, more than 100 millimeters from those storms on the 17th, so please be aware there. In New Zealand, next 5 days shows like 178 millimeters on the southern coast there, a little bit more further north, mainly because of these systems too. We have a cyclone just off the the east coast now, and it shows some heavy rain by Thursday right in New Zealand. Some more rain and snow in the mountains, so be aware. More rain in the North Island on Friday to Saturday. Then shows some more heavy rain in the South Island by Saturday afternoon, and Sunday some more rain as well. And then shows another small front by Monday there, and potentially around the 18th when we have the cyclone around Australia. It might bring some very heavy rain towards New Zealand on Thursday the 19th, but that's still like 1 week out, so we have time to discuss that. And the other models here, the GFS shows less in the next 5 days, more concentrated in the south, but in the next 10 days it already has a lot there, more than 280 millimeters next 5 days in Tasmania as well, next 10 days actually. It has some in North Australia, but not as much as the European, and it has some across the east there from those storms in Western Australia as well. So let's see. And let's see, the snow next 5 days shows in Tasmania a little bit more snow, maybe in a mountain or two of Victoria in New South Wales, but really in New Zealand the big deal, some more snow, a lot of snow throughout the mountains there, so 90 centimeters in some areas, so be aware. The South Island, a hint of snow in the North Island, so be aware there. Next 10 days already shows a lot more there from those systems around the 19th of September, and in Tasmania too, so be aware. And let's see, yes, mainly it. The temperatures are still kind of cold in New Zealand, and especially in the mountains there, but let's see, like during the night and early morning it shows like tonight still some lots of negative temperatures there. The mountain like -7, but tomorrow night doesn't show nearly as much, just some spots of 0 degrees there. But Thursday into Friday already shows colder in the south there. Then during the day it doesn't warm up much, it remains cold there, and in the next night shows like very cold as well, like -5 in some areas, some mountains in the south -7, and Saturday to Sunday shows also cold there, and in the north islands some cold as well, but during the day kind of warms up, but not much. Then Sunday into Monday still cold in the mountain areas mainly, but around the coast still like 7, 6, 5 degrees. So this like in the early morning, during like the hottest time of the day, like 11 degrees, 12 degrees in those areas, but at night you get really cold in those mountains. It shows next Monday like -14 around those mountains there, so that's really cold. This is the Europeans, sometimes it exaggerates on the temperature, but the GFS is also showing like -3 in those areas there, so be aware. The snow, those systems and everything. And in Australia it's still very hot in the north, let's like some 38, 39 degrees in the north there, 32 in the south, a little bit coldish still, especially at night shows like some 7, 6 degrees. And let's see, during the day still shows hot in the Northern Territory, but I don't think as much as before, but still like 36, 37 degrees, and even 38. And let's see later into next week, there already starts showing colder in Victoria, New South Wales by Thursday. Into Friday, already shows 0 degrees there, and Friday into Saturday, some 4 to 3 degrees, but Saturday into Sunday, the GFS is already showing -4, -1, -3 degrees in a big area of Victoria, parts of New South Wales. Sunday to Monday still showing some negative temperatures in the early night and morning there. Monday to Tuesday a little bit as well. Next Wednesday into Thursday, the new cyclone comes there, and there might be some colder temperatures again. And the European model shows, let's see, like tonight into tomorrow, some 6, 7, 3 degrees there in the higher areas, and the maximum temperatures still shows like 30, 38, 37, 39. So very hot there still, 36. So be careful with the heat. For the north, 37 degrees. In the south, shows like Wednesday into Thursday, some 4 degrees in some areas. In Tasmania, right, like -1, some areas there. In the daytime, temperatures rise to like 12 degrees, but outside the mountains still like 4 or 5 degrees. But Thursday into Friday, there is showing like -1, some areas there. Friday into Saturday, still some negative temperatures around those mountains there, minus like 1, and along the coast 8, 7 degrees. And especially Saturday into Sunday, showing like more areas of 0 degrees across Victoria, New South Wales, especially some mountains in New South Wales, some -3 degrees. And then Saturday into Sunday, alright, showing a big area there of cold temperatures. Could be a lot of frost, some frost damage there in those areas, and be careful. -3 degrees, -3, like this will be like a 5 a.m. around 4 a.m. -1. Then during the afternoon, it shows like 8 degrees, 9 degrees. So the temperature rises pretty much in the afternoon, but at night again like 0, -2 degrees. So be aware. And then around the 19th, we start getting the new system, that cyclone there, some colder temperatures again, potentially down to -5 some areas. So be aware there. And Tasmania choose even further south, some cold temperatures. So be aware. And let's see, in terms of wind gusts around New Zealand, today we already have some strong winds around Wellington, some very strong winds further north those mountains, so be aware. But this keeps going. The next round of strong winds in southern New Zealand there by Wednesday, as a new front comes, so might be some 50 to 60 km/h gusts, especially in the mountains by Thursday, some 70 km/h gusts. And then this system comes, shows like the winds increase in parts of the North Island too on Friday, across some other areas as well, but the winds kind of dissipate when it crosses through the land, but there'll still be some very strong winds. And then let's see, some other fronts come, especially like Sunday the 15th, more gusty winds in the north there, like near 60 km/h near Auckland. It shows like, let's see, especially on the 17th there, on the 16th and 17th, showing like some 78 km/h winds in Auckland there, some 82 km/h winds further north. In Wellington, showing like 89 km/h gusts. So around the 16th and 17th, as this big system goes. Then around the 19th, as the big system comes from Australia, the European model is already showing in those mountain peaks 143 km/h gusts already there. But this model usually exaggerates with the wind gusts. For example, the GFS, that same time with the GFS, showing like only like some 88 km/h gusts. But you never know, because the forecasts from the GFS and the European are different, because they are different models. For example, the 16th into 17th, the GFS only has like some 46 km/h gusts. So you never know, but better be ready for anything. And let's see some waves, because where there's stronger winds, there are higher waves. Shows a little bit higher areas of Oceania because of those winds there, but mainly in southern Australia, New Zealand, some higher surf. And then let's see, in the tip of Australia there as well, but they will get higher about in the 17th 16th to the 17th from New Zealand and Australia, many areas there. And when that other system potentially comes, because this is just one model run, and this forecast will still change a million times. But let's see. But in also in like near Vanuatu, Solomon Islands, there might be some gusty winds from time to time, about 57 kilometers per hour. Some islands there, but nothing crazy. Just some gusty winds from time to time, and especially like by Sunday the 15th, as this system climbs north, shows in Vanuatu, New Caledonia, near Fiji, some very gusty winds there, close to 60 kilometers per hour gusts. But this is just one model and it will change. But let's see. Rain accumulation in the next 5 days shows still a lot of heavy showers and storms near the Solomon Islands, more than 100 millimeters. But just be aware of passing storms and showers because of the tropical convergence zone and the rains and everything. Papua New Guinea more than 200 millimeters in some areas, but this is just one model too. This might change, so be aware, especially in those central highlands and around those islands in the ocean there, and in the Solomon Islands, more storms there. Some showers around Fiji, a storm or two in Vanuatu, but nothing crazy. More rain around Tuvalu and some more tropical areas there, especially like because this is one surge of moisture, but the actual tropical convergence zone is north now around the Marshall Islands, so that's the actual convergence zone around. Let's see, some more storms passing by the Marshall Islands. Parts of Kiribati a little bit drier, but further south into Tuvalu some more storms, and around Papua New Guinea and the Solomon Islands, so be aware there. Some showers, maybe a storm or two near French Polynesia, but nothing crazy. This is mainly it, so stay safe.